What is a good word, everybody? Tiger727 back with a video to thank two channels who I've received care package slash Christmas cards from. First one is going to be that I received on Friday. I got home from a work trip and there was a box on my kitchen table. I recognized the name on it and had no idea it was coming, so I was very surprised and only opened it to find even something more surprising. Amongst a bunch of cards that I'll show here in a minute is that baseball you see there in front of you, and I will show you the autograph on the back of that baseball card once I'm done showing the cards. It's from Ken over at Ken's Cardboard. Excuse me, can't speak today. Here's some Tiger cards I had just sitting in a box. I hope that some of them fit in your collection. The baseball I got autographed by, I'm going to say blank right now, at the National in 2021. So like I said, I will show that autograph here shortly. So I will show the Tiger cards that I needed, and just to give you an idea, he probably sent me, I don't know, 100, 150 cards. So the stack there is stuff that I already had, and Ken, I hope you don't feel bad when I say this, but I believe, in helping other people build their collection. I actually have a couple boxes of stuff that I need to send out to Lisa Z, actually, but I'm still waiting for her to send me her address. I know she's been under the weather lately from some of her videos. But if anybody needs any Tiger cards, I'll show maybe a few of those just to kind of give you an idea what's there. And so hopefully, like I said, Ken, please don't be upset that I'm willing to trade these away or give them away to people who are trying to build their collection. But I did need a lot of these, and I'm very much appreciative. Nice K-line there, in case anybody needs that one. Cool Travis Demeritte, probably my favorite card of his. There's also another one, a rookie of his, Tops, just I think it's like an SP running out of the dugout. That's another one of my Demeritte favorites. Nice Sheffield Gibby there. So moving on, I will show the cards that I needed. Nice Ty Cobb. While I'm showing these, Casey Mize, I'll grab these other two over here. But I know I mentioned in my last video about YouTube issues, having technical difficulties. This one here is from the National Sports Collection Convention. So, very cool, kind of hard. nice looking card. My old eyes, I was having issues reading the fine print down there. But I had some pre-recorded videos on my tablet that I've been recording videos on since I started, and I think it's important to get these videos out first. And I went to look, and now it appears that I have a time limit on my tablet that only allows me an hour's worth of videos on my tablet. So the ones that were on there deleted automatically. I don't know if it's an update or what, but I've never had that issue. And actually, as I'm recording this, I'm at 3 minutes and 51 seconds, and it says I have 58 minutes and 19 seconds left. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. If anybody has any tech-savvy skills out there that I do not have, please let me know as to why that would be an issue. Willie Castro, Jack Morris from 89 Donruss, the variation. We all know about the periods, no periods, comma, no comma, asterisk before the denotes, whatever that word is. Nice Topps Chrome. Cabrera, 2019 Pink Refractor I didn't have. I've never seen these cards at a big league. Dixon Machado. When I was in Pittsburgh in 2017, we were taking this tour of PNC Park, which I have mentioned in previous videos, and we were walking by the visitors' dugout, and Dixon Machado walked right by our group. I didn't recognize him at first until somebody else in the group mentioned who he was. And after the tour, my wife and kids went back to the hotel for a little bit, which was like the next block over. It was really, really close. There's a Holiday Inn Express, super close. You could almost throw a rock from my window and hit PNC Park. So I went and stood where the players come in and saw V-Mart come off a bus back when he was still playing. Nice Clemente and Cabrera still there. Somebody mentioned that he was on the bus by himself because apparently he had been having some issues with the rest of the team or something, and they weren't getting along. And I think it had something to do with the fight that they were in with the Yankees. I'm trying to think who it was. It was Romine and Cabrera when they got into it. Apparently, some of his teammates weren't happy with him when he didn't stick up for Cabrera. But Gary Sanchez and V-Mart are apparently friends. And when when Sanchez sucker punched basically Cabrera, and V-Mart, I don't know, apparently upset some of his teammates by not doing what he should have done during a fight because he was in between two friends or something like that. And then it was also like a BMW or a Lexus or something parked on the curb with four-way flashers on. It was empty, sat there the whole time, and somebody had mentioned it was Jim Leyland's car. And he arrived, got there, jumped in somebody else's car and took off. And so it would have been neat to see Leyland. I always liked him. He's one of my favorites. Nice Dontrell. He works for Fox now. I apologize for rambling on while I'm showing these cards. So just want to go back to a big thank you to Ken, for sure. I'm sure if you're watching my channel, you definitely know who Ken's channel is. So he's been around a lot longer than me and collects a lot of Avalanche cards, Rockies cards, lives in Colorado, likes his Dodgers vintage stuff. Because he grew up in the LA area, or at least California for sure, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, go check out his channel if you are not familiar with Ken's Cardboard. K-Line, Stadium Club, Jake Rogers, and Matt Boyd. And we'll get to the baseball. So yeah, like I said, I opened up the box and very surprised. I got to show these two here as well. Forgot these two. Bonderman, numbered to 1799, upper deck. Nice looking card. And this Topps Finest, this one's numbered to 399. I'll show you the back first. And nice looking card, nice shine. And I saw this baseball, and I didn't see the autograph initially and then I as soon as I turned it over, I knew exactly who it was. And Cecil Fielder. So childhood favorite of mine. He and Fryman were probably my favorite Tigers, from when I started collecting and really getting into baseball. Obviously, Gibson and Tram were still around, Whitaker. But for my generation, I guess you could say, Fielder was one of my favorites. For those that most people know, but obviously he was with the Blue Jays for a year or two, maybe two, and then went to Japan and came back and signed with the Tigers in 1990. So very, very much appreciative of this, Ken. I can't thank you enough. Great cards, great autograph, and so yeah, thank you very much. Moving on to the other care package that I got, which came in today. And very cool cards as well. And this is from Mike over at the Vintage Composer. His videos, he's a set collector, likes vintage cards, big Robin Yount collector. I don't know how many Younts he's got, but he's got a phenomenal Yount collection. But his card here, wishing you a happy happy and healthy holiday season. Thanks for all your support, Mike, the Vintage Composer. If you're not familiar with his channel, very interesting videos. Talks about the airbrushing of cards and some of the little comics, that some of the cards from the 60s and 70s that had comics on the back, and talks about those. Just really breaks down the intricacies of cards. So go check him out. And he sent me these. Very cool Alkaline. Gold Standard. And another Gold Standard of Ty Cobb. Almost said Dimitri, not Dimitri, Delman Young USA baseball card, autographed obviously. I believe he started his career in Tampa and then came to Detroit for a minute, a couple years, and then bounced. I think he went to Baltimore. That's numbered to 360, I think is what that says. But cool Delman Young. And his brother, Dimitri, actually played for the Tigers in, I think, 04, 05. And then he got released midway through the 06 season. When they're having their phenomenal year, went to the World Series. They released him, I think, like in July or August. So, and this very cool card as well. Numbered to 999. American Pride, Casey Mize. Love that American flag in the background. That is just phenomenal. The color is great, shine is great, and it's from USA Baseball from 2018 Panini. So thank you to Ken at Ken's Cardboard and Mike over at the Vintage Composer. Thank you for the care packages, Christmas cards, Christmas packages, gifts. Merry Christmas to you both and to everybody else out on YouTube. I'm sure I'll be back making videos before Christmas, but if for some crazy reason I don't, Merry Christmas to everybody, Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you all later.